And the devil clearly don't want me to share my testimony, which I already knew because he was already trying to get in my head. But anyways, I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. And just share with you before and after the retreat, the best way that I can. And just pray that the Lord uses it to encourage somebody and that he will get all the glory from it. I literally felt like I was pushed in a cave and I could not get out. I felt like I couldn't get out. And I would see myself in the spirit this way. There was times where I would see myself in the spirit being tossed around by demons, and I couldn't tell any of you what I was going through, why, what had happened. All I know is that this heaviness came over me, this warfare came over me, and I wanted to bang my head against the wall every day. I wanted to take my head and bang it against the wall and scream. I wanted to check myself into a mental hospital, and never in my life did I ever want to check myself into a mental hospital, guys. I'm sorry, I'm 26 years old and I've been through a lot. I just remember the first night, I wasn't feeling anything and I just kept stepping out and pushing past my flesh. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to worship the Lord. Like, I don't care who's around. I had to keep telling myself that I don't care who's around, because I'm not going to let that voice stop me from worshiping God in the way I want to, in the fullness of it. And so I just remember and just the presence of God falling on me so strong. Like, in the middle of worship, he started delivering me. I was like coughing up stuff and I could just feel the release, right? And everything was good. I was just focusing on Jesus. It was so amazing. And I remember toward the end, I literally grab like Misty's hand, and all of a sudden I grab her hand and I fly back in the power of the Lord, which never happened to me before. And I know God did that because I've always wanted to experience that and I never did. I want to tell you guys that when I got home, I have not stopped worshiping God. I have not stopped praying in the spirit. My heart is physically, like, it's changed, guys. I have so much joy. Though I didn't feel much, you know, like while I was there, I felt the love of the Lord through everybody there. That's one thing I can say, is I felt the love of the Lord through everybody there. And I've never felt that before. True, authentic love. True Christians who know the love of God. I felt it, and I just felt so welcome and so humbled. And I truly believe that when Caroline Sumner said there's a baptism of love, like, I really got baptized in love, y'all, because I can feel the presence of God right now. Because when I got back home, you guys, I wanted to love on everybody. The way I spoke to my kid changed. The way I spoke to my dad changed. The way I just was talking to customers changed. The way I perceive the way people speaking to me has changed, because my ears weren't healed. I feel like I received deliverance from rejection, because when you aren't fully healed, you can hear wrong. And I was hearing and seeing through a lens of rejection. I was hearing and seeing through a lens of bitterness and offense. And so when people speak to me now, yes, those thoughts come back because the enemy wants you to come back into agreement with who you used to be before you got deliverance, and that's a whole lie. Those thoughts would come back, but the deliverance I've received was just, no, you can't even go back to that place anymore. Like, I recognize those thoughts so quickly. I just take it captive. You go where Jesus tells you to go. And I just love on people differently. I've never even picked up a worship flag in my life. My body, I don't dance. I used to be in dance, like, in the world as a little girl, but the way I danced with the worship flag, like, it's so beautiful. I'm just completely changed. Like revival happened in my heart. Change happened in my heart. And I just don't know how else to explain it other than that. Like, I have so much joy. I want to love on everybody. I want to, just love on everyone. Just love on everyone and have so much grace and mercy for everyone, and just love on Jesus and just focus on Jesus and make sure that he's my priority in my life. And I'm not dead anymore, guys. Like, God really came in my house and just rearranged everything. Like, he's opened my eyes to help me see that I wasn't doing as much as I should have with my son and introducing him to the Lord and raising him up in the Lord. And that's okay. There's no condemnation, right? For those in Christ Jesus, I'm not condemned, but he opened my eyes to help me see. And now he's coming up in my little 4-year-old's life. He's rearranging things. He's teaching me how to parent my son. Every morning I just wake up and I just have joy. Like, I don't know what else to say, guys. I don't know what else to say. I just have joy. I smile. I can feel Jesus smiling through me when I talk to people at work, when I talk to my coworkers, and I'm just so quick to shut the enemy out. Like, nah, you can't even come in my ears. You can't even come in my eyes. Like, get out of here, Satan. You are a whole liar. You're not gonna steal my peace. And, when I got back home, God was still delivering me. But the one thing that he did for me was give me peace after deliverance.